Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Happy Chinese New Year for a couple of days now. I'm spiritual medium Kellee White, and this is Ask Me Anything. So, what a time period we're in, right? Hi, I'm going to say hi to everybody. Hi, Stacy Thompson. Hi, Sarah Stone. Hi, Lisa. Hi, everybody. Hi, Linda. Hi, Julie West. Hi, Steve Kanicki. I hope you're still writing. Your books are incredible. Look him up, everybody. Steve Kanicki. Hi, Dodie. Hi, Renee Martinez. And Renee told me about a great book. I think it was called The Emotion Code today. Thank you, Renee, because I'm going to check that out. Hi, Tippy. Hi, Beth. Oh my God. Hi, Fern. Everybody's going so fast. Hi, everybody. Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I'm doing really well in this cold climate. But how about my friends from Texas? Arlene, I'm thinking about you from Fort Worth. And my daughter who's in Fort Worth, and the snow in Texas and Dallas and Fort Worth. Oh my gosh. Well, this is like amazing. Hi, Troy. How are you? Hi, Renee. Notice I have my tiger. Okay. I'm not kidding you. I've had this tiger for many years. When I was young, I always had dreams of tigers. Always. It's definitely one of my totems. I mean, probably my biggest totem. And then years later, when I was in in business, I don't even know why, but for some reason they called me the Tiger Lady, and I think it meant that I was just kind of like tough, which I was in business, and I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I have this tiger and I love this tiger so much. And I love the fact that that now we are in the year of the tiger and it's the water tiger. How amazing is that? I mean, I really want to talk about this because I think it's such an amazing time for us. I mean, fascinating. I would want to say, oh, hi, Ardelia. And I am going to talk about the twos, Ardelia from South Australia. That was actually my first thing I'm going to talk about. Hi, Lori Counts. Hi, Kiko. Hi, Connie. Hi, Rose. Oh my God, Rosie from Australia. Hi, Karen Ann. And thank you, Karen, for your email. I haven't had a chance to get back to it, but I appreciate it. Hi, Frank. Hi, Lee. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. I have a lot of hair. Um, and in this weather, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, let's talk about this month of February because this month is I know I talked about it briefly with Dr. Shirley on our show with James on Monday night. And James will be back. He's actually doing a great event tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, he's going to be doing readings, mediumship readings. So if you get a chance to join him on Friday night, that would be great. And then on Monday, we're going to have an incredible, on both sides now and beyond, we're going to have an incredible guest. Her name is Geraldine Glass, and she's a sound healer. And she's going to be doing with us actually on our event on February 12th. So I'll tell you all about that. But let's talk about the month of February. And let's start with how about all of those twos, which Ardelia, I was going to actually say that. So let's talk about all of those twos right now. Oh, and Mitzi, I am going to talk about I don't think I'm going to pronounce this right, Hopopono. I am going to talk about that. So I do want to let you know that, okay? Um, trying to do like 5 things at once here. So anyway, February of 2022, this is quite a year of 2022. But then when you add February into it, which is a 2 month, February is a 2. And then we add, there was February 2nd, then can be February 20th, 2022, and then February 22 of 2022. So what do all those twos mean? Because it's really important. Those twos mean duality. So when you see all of those twos, it we wanted to be here during this time period because it's going to push us into uncomfortable positions probably of looking at the duality of things. And here's an example of duality. Good versus evil, right versus wrong, black versus white, war versus peace, love versus hate. And those are all dualities, right? And so these twos are going to, like, you're my friend, now you're not my friend, you're my brother, now you're not my brother. Have you noticed how many people have just broken up. And I'm not talking about love relationships, I mean, friendships, families, all kinds of things. So, this period of time, we're really, really blessed because to be here means that our souls are going to stretch. We're going to learn a lot about different ways of thinking, different ways of feeling. And it's all part of the divine plan, if you will, for us to be here at this time because we'll learn so much. There's never going to be a time where we learn this much about ourselves and others, but really ourselves, And ultimately, it's always about having compassion for what you've gone through and compassion for what others have gone through. So this month, this is a year of chaos, and this month brings a lot of intensity with it. So, and I saw one of these questions. It was a great question. I'm going to probably, I never know where I'm going to start, but I have to start with this because this goes to the twos and then I'm going to get right back into the astrology. But it was somebody wrote to me and they said, it was Kathy Gonzalez. Kathy, thanks for this question. She said, I have a question about a newborn. So there was a newborn she knew about that was born yesterday on February 2nd, so 2/2/2022 at 2:22 p.m. Oh my gosh. So what does this mean for this little one? Because it's quite a powerful number. That's an understatement. Understatement. Okay, that is huge. That baby said, I'm on a mission and I am going to succeed in my mission. And my mission is to poke holes basically in duality, poke holes at the way the world has been. And to be born in the afternoon means they'll have a lot of afternoon energy. Often, if you were born early in the morning, you'll have like morning energy. Like I was born at 6 in the morning. I have a lot of energy in the afternoon or in the morning. Evenings, not so much. But if you're born at night, often it's because you have more energy at night. So, but I think this baby is going to be a powerhouse. So, because of all these twos are amazing, right? And it's an 8 month because February is a two and 2022 is a six. So, it's an 8 month that brings us a lot of power. Twos also mean to cooperate with one another. It also means acceptance, it means compassion, it means to couple up with people. And I've been saying this for a while now. This month, we have some really extraordinary events. One of them is Mars and Venus and Mars. So Venus is now direct. Yay, that's a good sign. Mercury is going to go direct tomorrow, which we won't really necessarily feel it yet, but it'll feel like really weird energy tomorrow. It'll be like kind of an intense day for a lot of reasons, which I'll go into in a minute. But this going forward, this Venus and Mars. So, Venus, what do they say? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, which probably is accurate. But anyway, this energy, normally they're together as planets for about 10 days at around this period. But this they are for the going to be together for almost 3 months. I think I wrote in my blog 2 months, but it's a little longer than that. It's close to 3 months. So during this next 3 months, if you've been wanting to be in a relationship, if you've wanted to couple up, this is probably a time you're going to do that. Now, it doesn't mean that Venus and Mars get along. They're almost major opposite energies, right? I mean, that real female energy, that real male energy, you need them both, just like you in duality, you need, the good and the bad, and you need the love and the peace and the opposite things. You need them so you can grow. So, this is a month of great growth. I predict a lot of babies that will be born because all of those twos also bring passion. And if we add to that the year of the water tiger, so it's not just the year of the tiger, which is powerful, really powerful. It's unpredictable. It's passion. It's breaking the rules. It's like ready to go. I mean, you can feel the energy because in 2021, it was the year of the ox. So it was like, okay, one step at a time. Here we go. We're going to trudge through the 2021. How did we even get through 2021? Well, we had to get through slowly, frankly. So it was important that the ox was there. But the tiger is different. It's like, no, we're headed out here. We're going, and water brings all that emotion with it. So if you were born in 1962, You are a water tiger, so that's going to be interesting. And each year of a tiger is different. It's every 12 years and it's different each time. But this is the water tiger. And one thing I want to mention, and I said this on the show on Monday, it's the Cincinnati bagels. So you can see where my mind is. Um, it's the Cincinnati Bengals, the Tigers. I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not a betting person, and I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. For goodness sakes, if anybody would want to see LA win, and I don't even know anything about football, I would definitely want LA. But I think it's the Tigers. I have to say, I'm kind of feeling that. So anyway, I just have to say that it's such a powerful month. Also, we have now. So we've got the Chinese New Year, Year of the Tiger. We've got all these twos, we have the Super Bowl, and we also have the Olympics in China. So this is like unbelievable this month. Okay, so there's a lot of things that are going on here. Tigers also don't like boundaries. So boundaries will be crossed. So this is a great time when, as I'm saying this, it's a great time to practice boundaries. Somebody gets in your space and you need to practice the boundary, practice it and then do it. Is it going to feel uncomfortable? Yeah. Whenever you set something new and do something new, it's always uncomfortable, and especially as an empath, but it's needed. It's required that you learn how to set boundaries. Okay. I think it's really important here for that. But anyway, this is going to be quite a thing. Oh, here's the other thing the water tiger does bring fear. It brings fear because tigers are fearless, but you add that water element to it, and it means that we'll be looking at our own fear. What has stopped you from moving forward? If you really think about it for a moment, why have you not moved forward? Why are you stuck? This is going to be a period this whole year of you'll be looking at yourself in probably different energies of how to move forward. It's such a perfect year for that. It just is. So here's another thing of great significance. As of tomorrow, February 4th, all the planets go direct. There's no excuse. You can't say, well, this one is retrograde and, I was held back. No, 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 no. What's holding you back? Are you holding yourself back? What's holding you back? Because this energy tomorrow, and it's such an intense day, it's a very intense day tomorrow because Mercury goes direct in Capricorn. And at the same time, the sun conjunct Saturn, which means the sun is conjunct means next to Saturn. Saturn is karma, it's work, it's government, it's intense, and the sun shines at the energy of that. And the sun in Aquarius next to Saturn is going to be pretty intense. It's a very, very a big day, let's put it this way, for tests. It's for tests. You'll get tested tomorrow. And it's all about, I always say this, and please do take, if you get to a fork in the road, take the high road. Just take the damn high road. Okay. Like make good choices. Tomorrow's gonna be a day to push yourself for big choices here, for making good choices. Steve Konecki says, I dreamt the Bengals won the AFC championship, and against all odds, they did. Right? Good. Wow, Steve, that's amazing. Yeah, that was pretty exciting when that happened. And again, I'm like for the Rams, but I don't know. I just love the Tigers. What can I say? I don't even know about football. But anyway, I think it's going to be one of the most exciting games ever for a lot of reasons. I just do. It's such a powerful time. And on February 6th, I want to say this on the 6th is also a very big emotional day. So the 4th, tomorrow, is a very intense day. So many days this month are intense. But the 6th also, because Mars, which is, the planet of war, it squares, which means, like squaring off with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer. So you empaths out there, I'm giving you a heads up. Don't personalize anything. Take a deep breath because some people will be, mean and rude and whatever. And then this is your thought. Oh, that's where they are in their development. You have to take that position as an empath. Okay. Oh, that's where they are in their development. When people blow up and whatever. Listen, I've had my, as you know, I've had my moments of yelling back. But I stop myself pretty quickly, kind of. I try. Anyway, on February 11th, so that's another powerful day. That's Mercury is conjunct Pluto, which means Mercury is next to Pluto. And that's the third and final one of its series. So that is Pluto is the hidden thing, and Mercury is all about communication. So you'll probably learn something about yourself that day, and that's on the 11th. That's also a really important day here. It's really every day. On Valentine's Day, it's going to be a wild Valentine's Day because on that very day, Mercury re-enters Aquarius. So it was in Capricorn, then it comes back to Aquarius, and it's direct. And so it's going to view things as a more in Aquarius is looks more at humanity. And so maybe if you're looking for a partner, you would look at a partner like what have they done with their lives? In other words, you will look at it from a bigger standpoint, of in a small way. You want to look at what are they doing? What am I doing with my life? What are you doing with your life? Like that. Okay. Um, and then again on February 16th, really important day here, Venus and Mars are next to each other, and that stays for about 2 months. It's already begun, but it's in Capricorn, so it's going to make relationships a little bit more practical. And even it's just so unusual that it would last for 2 months. And again, Venus and Mars, they could be against each other too. So it's going to be a very intense time. I think it's going to be such an intense time. And then on February 16th, there's a full moon in Leo, and Leo is again really passionate. They call this the snow moon, the full snow moon. I call my dog Snotus because his name is Otis. But this Leo moon rules children and families, and so you or animals. You might be, really attached to your animal. It might be one of those days where you really look at them and really get a sense of who they are. And I saw this great. It was Tut. Not I never say his name correctly. Tet Nhat Hanh, a quote, and it was on an Oprah thing that I was watching. It was an interview with him, and he was talking about one of the most intimate things that you can say to somebody, and it was interesting how he said it too. He said, "Darling, I see you. Darling, I'm here for you." And I thought that was so important to say because during this period, the next couple of months, really look at somebody when you're talking, really feel how they are, and have that kind of expression of yourself with that. Okay. Because I think um, anyway, I think it's going to be important here. Um, let's see. Paul Cat says, what's weird lately? I don't feel anything on these really intense astrological days because it's just me in my house working due to the pandemic. Sometimes I feel like I'm not learning anything because there's not action. Perhaps if I'm lucky. I would say check for luck. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. Not that means you've learned a lot. You're not getting pulled in. That's a good sign, Paul. We like those signs. We like just like this. Okay, and on the 18th, February 18th, Sun moves into Pisces, and that's going to be a lot more sensitive times for us in this very intense month. It's going to be, we'll talk about, Pisces as we get on a little further. But the most important thing that I feel that is going to happen on February 22nd, the most important thing, and this is 2/22/2022. This is the Pluto return for the United States. What do I mean by that? Well, you've heard me say Saturn return. So Saturn return comes every 28, 29 years, and it's where things get serious. Saturn, we plan our lives, we get married, we buy a house, we have our career. That's like the first Saturn return. Pluto return happens every 200 and approximately 46 years, approximately. The last time this happened was during 1776, during the signing of the Declaration of the United States. It's huge because we were not, I mean, I'd like to say we were not here for that time, but probably a lot of us were, but in a past life, because none of us have in this lifetime have seen or witnessed a Pluto return. So, what do I think is going to happen? Pluto represents the unconscious desires of our souls. And I think we're going to look at the collective shadow of the world. And with all of these twos, it's going to push us and prod us into really feelings that maybe we've never had before. So experience all the different feelings that we're going to have. But I believe it changes the United States. I think the United States is going to change. Doesn't mean on that day. It means that progressively, I think we're going to see a shifting in consciousness for the United States. It's a really, really important uh, time. It's going to bring a lot of shakeups and a lot of shake changes over the course of this year, and a lot actually. And it's it's an evolution. It's just evolution. So I think it's going to be such an intense month. So these twos mean something. They mean business. They mean business. So I just wanted to get all that out. Okay, so let's see here. Um, let's see. Okay. Lori counts an intense emotional day yesterday. I cried for 3.5 hours. Many suppressed emotions came up, growing, growing, growing. I bet, Lori. Yesterday was such an intense day. And today too, and again tomorrow. So if there's time, if you're crying, it's okay. It's okay. It's a good thing to start, for cleansing. Nancy Mills, hi from Queensland, Australia. I was in Queensland with James a few years ago. I'm a newbie and you're a water tiger. Oh, Nancy, well, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. And a water tiger means that it doesn't mean that this is necessarily your year, but what it means is it prepares you for your year, which will be coming up the following year. It's really funny with Chinese astrology. I thought when it was the year of the fire rooster, woohoo, it's me. I'm so excited. And it was like, oh, that was a clunker. Um, but then the following year, this where the power comes in. I don't know why it's that way, but it just is. But it just is that way. So I want to answer this question because this is from Mitzi Carruthers. And Mitzi is let's see, I know you're in part of Africa, but I can't remember. I just spaced on where you are exactly. But she said, we had a cyclone here in Malawi. Wow, that's huge. My mom is ill in Louisiana. So you're from Louisiana, but you live in Malawi, which is really kind of extraordinary story, right? And she says, I'm not sure if I should come home or stay here and help my husband out. I'm being pulled in two directions with an ocean between. Yes, you are. She said, have you heard of, I'm going to try to pronounce it. Hoponopono. Is it Hoponopono? I have heard about it, and I just don't know how to pronounce it very well, but I have heard of it. It's a Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. So you can go online and start. A lot of meditation has to do with it, and a lot of things that you just repeat over and over, and it's all about forgiveness. It's all about we can work this out. Let's work this out through love. So I think that whether you come back or not, I think that you will work out everything that you have to work out with. I do. I definitely believe that, honey. And I want to answer this question. There's so many good questions here. So Deborah Sweet says, I'm trying to be brief. I feel the difference between a regular dream and a spirit visitation of people who've passed. However, I was visited by the quiet husband of a dear family friend, both still living. So this is in a dream. I think I'm having anxiety with thinking this means something as he has health issues. I end up crying when I recall the dream. So, and that's interesting. And you're a water tiger too, my dear. You're born in 1962, so you're a water tiger as well. And July 27th, so you're an Ace of Clubs. So you come in to experience Ace of Clubs. Always come in to experience a lot of different emotions and a lot of different learning things. So I love that you understand that this is a difference between a regular dream and a visitation dream. Whenever I've dreamt of people that are alive that come to me, and one of them has have an illness. It's often a preparation, so you get prepared for the person that you're dreaming about that's probably going to pass away. So just think of it that way. Think how blessed you are that you have this ability to receive, and don't be afraid. This is that water tiger I was talking about. No fear, just have the experience. Have the experience. And if I had no fear, as Dr. Shirley would say, then what would I think? So think like that. Okay. Anxiety is fear of the future. And we can, whatever his soul's time limit is here, it is what it is. You have to think a little differently. That's all. Um, will I be at the March? Oh, thanks, Jeanette Ramirez. Will I be at the March second and third graduation with James? I know you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. It's the mediumship 2 and 3, and I don't know if I'll be there, but it's very exciting. I was talking to James about it today, so it's very exciting. Um, Beth Glomsky. Hi, Beth. Kellee, will this year be even stronger if you are a water sign? Yes, it will be because yes, you are. It will be stronger because it's an emotional year. It's an emotional year, so pay attention to all of that. So here's a great question. And I'm going to, okay, so first I'm going to start with this one. Isabella Prisiandero Cerulli. I hope I said that correctly, Isabella. And your birthday is July 3rd. She said, "One day you'll notice me and read me." So today's her dad's birthday, and he passed 3 years ago. So let's get a card from your dad. Your dad has a hilarious attitude about him. I get the nicest feeling from him, where he's just all that. He's a special father, actually, a special dad. So let's get a message from your dad, and this is from James talking to heaven. Tears cleanse the soul. So tears cleanse the soul, honey. So if you had been crying about him, it's good. It's a good release. He's doing really well. He's doing really well. Okay, so just know that he is always around. Do you have a brother? Because I feel like there's a brother with you that on your side, honey, that you need to. I don't know. He likes it. You guys are together. Julie West. She said, "This is a great question, Julie. Thanks." She said, "I was wondering about, does everybody have an angel? Does everybody have angels around? And if you do, how would you know, even if you ask for signs and don't know if they even hear you?" So everybody has lots of angels around. Okay. I never believed in angels prior to any of this. Just had a, I just didn't understand the concept even really. And but I had a mother-in-law, my first mother-in-law, who said to me, "Oh, Kellee," she said, "if you ever have trouble, you call on the angels." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And one day I had a really bad trouble, and I was actually crying so hard. I was like stooped over, just sobbing, and and I started praying for the angels. It's amazing. You get put in that position, right? And I just started just crying, and then I was like crying for the angels. I just needed some help. And all of a sudden I heard this whistle. I'm like, "What's that?" And I look up, there was an angel helping me with exactly what I needed. I couldn't find my car, and then he disappeared like that. And I went, "Oh God, angels exist. I'll be darned." So to my mother-in-law, Shirley, I will always love her for introducing me. And yes, so everybody has angels. Everybody has angels. How it works is angels have not physically been in a body, where the difference is spirit guides. Most spirit guides have had incarnation and they know what it's like to be here. Angels are here and they're always with us. And I can't remember who was it, the medical medium or somebody that said, there's a shortage of angels. I'm like, there might have been a shortage of people here physically present that aren't that good, but there are plenty of angels. I mean, plenty, plenty, plenty. So as you start talking to them, they hear you all the time. If you're crying, they know that they're there, that you're crying. And I often will say, "Angels, I need help with this. I need help with this." You'll see. And just pay attention. Just pay attention. Okay. Because they are there. They're subtle, but they are there. That they are. So thank you for asking this. And oh, I wanted to answer this one too. Kaja Koreka, and Kaja is from Poland, and she said, "I can't. I guess I had a reading with her, and she said, 'I can't forget your words.' And she said that one day I will help other people who lost their husbands or wives. She lost her husband, really young too, like I don't even think 30, and lost her husband with children, and so she said, since then, I've learned meditation, sitting in a power circle, and I consider taking a mediumship course. Is this the right path for me? Yes. It is. Now, is this the right path for everybody? No, but there are certain people that I read for that I go, oh gosh, you've got to be doing this. This is what you're supposed to do. You need to be over here. And when there's been loss of a loved one, of a spouse or a child early on, it affects us in the most profoundly deep way possible, in the most profound way. And it helps with helping others. It will put you in front of somebody that needs help. And so you'll help others who've had similar losses, and you'll learn and grow yourself to have compassion for what you went through and compassion what they've gone through. It's a whole process here. This earth school will teach us everything we need to know if you pay attention. Yeah, the whole key is to be as conscious as possible when you are in your daily, constantly. Be conscious of the choices you make. Be conscious of being kind to one another. It's simple things, but it really does make a difference. And for the people that have had, and I want to talk about this for a minute, the people that have had loss from COVID too, that's a major loss here as well. And we're going to be doing a Zoom event on February 12th with James Van Prague, me, Dr. Shirley and Pellizzeri, and Geraldine Glass, who's an international bowl healer, sound bowl healer. She's extraordinary. This woman is unbelievable. And I'm going to be talking about it from a spiritual psyche, from the spiritual psyche. What has this period of time and going forward teaching us? How are we evolving as a soul? So I'm going to work with the spiritual psyche of what's going on with us in a really deep way, profound way, because I really want to talk about it on such a deep level here. And Dr. Shirley's going to be talking about the psychological psyche and the psychological effects, and giving us tools to help us if there've been anxiety. We've been kind of cooped up for a couple of years now. A lot of people are starting to go and go and go, and that's great. And it's interesting. It's going to be a interesting year. And then James is going to be doing a meditation for healing and for getting us really centered. And then we're going to be having I think it's a 30 or 40-minute session with Geraldine Glass, who's going to be doing the sound bath healing. It's phenomenal. I have to say it's phenomenal. And we kept the price really low because we wanted as many people that would want to join us. If you can't join us live, if it's for purchase ahead of time, and when you purchase it ahead of time and you can't be there live, we'll send you the link once it's done. But after this, we're not going to sell it. It won't be sold anymore. So if you can join us, it's at noon on Pacific time, the day before the Super Bowl. Okay, but I think it's going to be a really great experience for everybody because we've all been through such a time. I have to say, what a time it has been, right? Um, oh my God, is February 22nd a good travel day, Kim? I have to say that's going to be a pack as many patients as you can because that is such a powerful day. Probably a best thing ever is to be home, like in a meditative state, because that's going to be a really jarring day on some level because it's that Pluto return and it really hits hard. So if you don't have to, but if you do, just, pack your patience. Ardelia, Kelly, do we envisage that things won't be intense next year, 2023? Our souls must be crazy to be here through this. That's very funny. Well, Ardelia, it's all individual. Okay, so work on yourself that you will experience. We're all going to experience things, and how do you respond to this? That's what this year is about. It'll be, shit thrown. Here we go. Here we go. How do I respond? Oh, this one doesn't want to be my friend. Okay, that's okay. That's where this person is. This is where I am currently. That's where they are currently. Always use the word currently because things change. There was a great quote from Eckhart Tolle, and he's was talking about, I don't have it exactly, I'm going to paraphrase, but it was about clouds and how they always are changing their form. And he said that's what we are. We're constantly changing our form, and we really are constantly growing and changing. And this month is going to be about, oh, change. Here's an opportunity. Have I grown and changed? And it will probably be uncomfortable. So, but don't worry. We get through this period. We do, because then we get on to the next one, There we go. And we wanted to be here. Hi, Arlene in Fort Worth. How did I get started in astrology? Was I a child at the time? I've always been interested in it. Believe it or not, I don't think Don knows this, but my father was a musician, and he had a good friend who was married to a woman who was a gypsy. I'm not kidding you. I was like, wow. And I was little. I was like 5 or 6. I was like fascinated by the jewelry and the energy, and I never saw anything like this. And she taught me how to read palms. Yeah, to this day. How many children you're going to have? Oh, okay, here we go. And I just thought that was so interesting. But I've always, from probably really young, probably around 10, I started. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I was really, really young when I got into it, because I was always curious about signs. Like, what does this mean? What does this mean? How do we navigate this universe? Even from the time I was little, I thought that. Renee Hounsel, wait, they claim Pluto isn't a planet anymore. It's going to be really mad at us. Oh, I remember I think his name was Mike Brown when he said that. He actually was a friend of somebody that I know. They were at a dinner party, and my mom was at that dinner party, and she's like, "You killed Pluto." That was a pretty funny story. Um, so yeah, Pluto's the underground. I think Pluto could give a shit. It's so powerful. Oh my God. It's that unconscious thing that comes out. Pluto is a powerhouse. So yeah, that's a funny story. Um, okay, so then and there was another one I didn't want to forget. Oh my gosh. Okay, Tammy Connor Friesman. She said I had 2 deaths in my family. I'm sorry, Tammy. My dog at the end of August, and my grandmother who was 96 a few months later. I felt like grief for my dog was piled on with my grandma's passing. I bet, honey. Is there usually a specific reason why people have multiple passing close together? I don't know the specific reason, but it has happened to me. It and it happens to a lot of people that I know. I think that energetically a door opens up, and we decide on the other side, you know what? Why don't we all go at about this time, because this is the lesson, honey, that you would be learning right now. So with your grandmother and your dog, it really starts that process, right? Of opening your heart, crying, loss, pain, all of those things. And they later become jewels for you, or they become gems for you later, because the heart is used, the muscle is used, the compassion, the sadness, the grief. Those are all important things. So, thank you for asking about that. Renee Martinez, can you have a card? Yes, Renee, you can. I'm going to do The Power of Love today by James Van Praagh, because I love these. The Power of Love. Let's give it a go here. Okay, so hold on a second. Action. Ooh, you'll love this one. Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Well, that's the truth. And I'll tell you what, with Mars and Venus right now, that's going to be a lot of action. As my brother used to say, Jackson. Um, that's a good one. Okay, Karen DeMock. Hi, Kelly. I'm a Leo. Yay. This pandemic has got me very gravely concerned for our freedoms and rights, especially in Canada. Out Trucker Convoy has inspired the world. I'm not sure who that is, but I bet is. And by the way, this year of the tiger, the water tiger, it's not like the ox. It's not going to sit back. We're going to see stuff and change, and people that have been tired of being constricted. We're going to see all kinds of people fighting for freedoms and rights. And why are you here, Karen? Because fighting for freedoms and rights, especially for Leos, they love that. So it's okay. It's this, all of this we're going to see a lot of stuff. Don't be afraid. It's going to be good. Okay. So Barbara D. Jesus or P. Hello, Kelly. I'm at a crossroads in my path of health, Will I fulfill this new treatment I'm planning to have and get better and even walk again? My dad is also having issues. Will he get better from them? Thanks. You know what, Barbara? I think you will. I think you will because here's the thing, our energies now, all these planets are direct. And that means that even though it's going to be like a, you know, an intense kind of a period of time, it still means the energies go direct. And I just keep hearing that you have to just work really hard at it and you'll get there. And let me give you a card. I'm going to give you a card, Barbara. Let's see. Hmm. Okay. Well, it says here friendliness, friendliness. So you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love based connections. I'm not sure how that fits in here exactly, but I'll say this, keep working on yourself. You'll get there, honey. You'll get there. You'll get there. Okay. And let's see. I wanted to answer this one too. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second. I had it. I have them in the wrong order here, but I do have it here. Oh, here it is. Okay, and this was from Frank Sullivan. Frank, he says, I have many families that have passed over. I would like to know who my ancestors' guide's name or any messages from anyone. My dad, you have had a lot of loss, mother, brothers, grandparents, and a name as to who is sending the message. Thank you. I don't know why I'm going to say this. I really don't, but I'm going to say I have the name John here, and I'm going to give you a card that tells you this is from the other side and it says, remember me by the happy memories we've created. So remember your loved ones by the happy memories. Okay. And I just keep hearing the name John. I also hear the name Frank again. So Frank Jr., maybe, or Frank Sr. I just keep hearing that name again. Okay. Melissa Bolter. I'm a wood tiger. That's great. Tiger Woods. I have to say, I always loved Tiger Woods. Always, always, always. When he was young, he used to play in Long Beach, which is where I lived at one point, and he was just something else. I was always so taken with Tiger Woods. How could you not be? And he had a human experience. What are you going to do? So Herrera Maria Angelic. This year, energy from inside is turns us upside down. It's like reevaluating things. If we might, I'll pay some bills. So yeah, pretty much. It is going to turn us all around. It's going to turn us all around, and we'll be better for it. We'll be better for it. So Fern Colleen, February 7th is my dad's heavenly birthday. Well, let's get a card from your dad, honey. Now this is interesting. I am sorry. Please forgive me. So I'm not sure what that means, if that has a meaning for you here. And it might. It might. Maybe he's sorry he left early. I'm not sure, but please forgive him. If that is, sometimes, you think, why are they leaving so early? What happened here? And it's just their time. They only planned a certain amount of time. Why? I have no idea. Um, Melania Stan, my birthday is 10/29/77, planning to travel to Europe this summer. Well, I think uh, that should hopefully that will work. I think that the beginning of the summer probably works as towards we get towards like I don't know later in August and September. I think things might be a little more heated up, but I think that would be a good time for you. Let's see. And present, your card is present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Okay, Melania, there you go. Okay. Patty Messiel. Hi, Kelly. I always look forward to Thursday nights. Thanks, honey. So do I. I've had a very fortunate and blessed beginning to the new year. Any messages from any of my loved ones? Well, let's see. Well, first of all, I'm glad you've had a blessed, fortunate time. A lot of people have. And I know a lot of people are going through their things. And I know there's a lot of loss. And I know there's a lot of suffering. And often it has to do with your attitude of how you look at things. But let's get you a card, Patty. Let's see here. Here's a card from your loved ones. I have no more earthly worries. That's perfect for you. It's perfect. When we work here and we release a lot of our attachments to the loved ones in that sense of, if we were angry at them or if we're just so sad that they're gone. Once we start to heal that, they heal too on the other side. And then everybody can breathe again. It seems like it's a win-win, but it does take some time to get there. Okay, Susan Ziki Rodriguez. I'm so emotional. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Painful past is really coming up. It is. I'm sorry that your painful past is coming up. My birthday next year is on 3/23. So does that mean your birthday this year? So on March 23rd. So March 23rd is a King of Clubs. So King of Clubs as a female, they the female, it means you'd have a male brain here, and also made me very psychic here. There's a real psychic, extremely psychic piece here. So I'm sorry that you're having a lot of pain about something that has come up. If you can, meditation would be the greatest thing for you if you can do any of that. Or um, a great thing is called is somatic experience therapy too. It's really very helpful. It's when trauma has been stored in the body and a lot of emotions come up. So many emotions come up with that, and that's traumahealing.org. Traumahealing.org. It's Peter Levine's work, and it might be something that would really be helpful for you. Kathy Cade, I started traumatic grief therapy today. Oh, I'm so glad you did. Kathy, I remember you went through a really rough patch there. I've already realized, yes, that person was rude, but his own pain. I could have been kinder. Yes, we will work this out. Good, Kathy. That's good, honey. It's something, isn't it? Oh my gosh, traumatic grief is something else, right? And complicated grief is something very. Thank you, Lizette, for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Lizette. That Hopopono, which I can never say, I'm sorry, it's very healing. Okay. Tippy Landis, I too feel that when the times are tough for others, I am okay. Seems strange because when others are not, I am. Tippy, it's all where you are currently with your growth. And also, sometimes it's not always our time to be in pain. There'll be time for that. There'll be those times. I mean, if you saw me in 20, what was it, 2017, 2018, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe what I went through in 2018. I've never seen that kind of loss. One, two, three, four, five, six, right smack in a row. Couldn't believe it. Um, and I at one point I remember saying I can't have any more loss. I can't go through this. It's just too much. But I'll tell you this, now that I'm on the other side of that, wow, did I learn a lot. So I think that these are the times that other people maybe were there, you're there at this time to help others, to encourage them. That could be it too, you know. Um, so Joe Mack, what am I? So you are July 29th, but you were born in 1974, and 1974 is the year of the tiger. So you are a tiger, not a water tiger, but you are a tiger, and this is a year for the tiger. So you are certain dates I remembered about tigers. And July 29th is a Queen of Hearts. So Queen of Hearts is it could have well, often they'll come in to be mothers. Often they'll come in with big hearts. They have to watch laziness. That's important here. You always have to watch laziness. But they come in, it's often with a heart. It has something to do with relationships. Often they come in to be married and have children because it's really important that for their soul's development. So and it's to help others. Ultimately, it's to help others. Okay. Nikki, um, Nikki Evanik. Hi, Kelly. I would love a reading. I keep seeing the number 7 over and over again everywhere. What does this mean? Is it from my spirit guides? I would say yes. And your birthday is October 7. So anytime you see 7, so there's certain numbers in a row that when we see, pay attention. If you see 777s again, and you were born on a 7, so pay attention, that'd be your number. Sevens means spirituality. It means the road is a spiritual road that you're on. So whenever you see that, start for that moment and reflect on the road that you are on spiritually. And if you're not, get your butt right smack on that spiritual road because that's what sevens represent. Okay. Not an easy road, but what road is easy? Frankly, if you signed up to be here during this time, or if you just signed up to be here, it's not easy. There's no way. But anyway, but I don't want to digress. Okay, you are a two of diamonds. So two of diamonds is somebody that comes in for we call them wheeler dealers. We call them the people that can put together a deal. Also very psychic, very intuitive, and wildly creative. Always, they love to be in a partnership. All twos love to be in a partnership. So two of diamonds is a special one. Okay. Discamps Dawn. I would love to hear a message from my mother. So your birthday is August 26th. Oh, okay. Your birthday. You're a king of hearts. Wow. So there was a queen of hearts. Now you're a king of hearts, a female with a male brain. Big heart though. So let's get a card from your mother. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So I'm not sure what you went through with your mother, but she says, I feel healthy and happy. So I'm not sure if there was a problem there, but please know she's doing really well. Please know that. Okay. She's doing really, really well. Okay. Thank you, Mitzi. It was Zimbabwe. I'm sorry I spaced it. I'm sorry, honey. And Malawi. Deborah might, oh, you're welcome, honey. My words are comforting. Good. Thanks, honey. Sherry Gentile, 1225 mini reading. Okay. So you were born on Christmas, and that's a Six of Hearts. And Six of Hearts, often what they come in for is to take care of family. There's often a big family component here with getting caught up in the drama of family. And sixes have to take that spiritual road of learning that their one family member might be this way and they might feel differently. So it's all about learning about yourself and your family, if that makes any sense to you. Okay. But it's an important one. It's one of my favorite, not just because it was on Christmas. It's just a really important development in your soul's growth this lifetime. Okay. It's really um how do you know if you're a water sign? Well, as I'm talking about with the tiger, it's because it's the year of the tiger. And a water sign would be Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And those are water signs. Okay. Susan, love the tulips, Kelly. Thank you. Those are from Don. So thank you, Don. He said to me today, oh, the tulips still look good. I said, they do. So thank you. Um, Okay. Oh, Robin Herbert, what a great question. Hi, Kelly. Will things lighten up for empaths this year and for Capricorns? No, no. But what will happen is we will be, as an empath, you'll get the opportunity. You notice I should have been in PR, like to spin this. Um, I missed my calling. Um, it, this will make everybody learn everything. So, as an empath, we don't have to take on other people's stuff. What we have to do is we have to observe, but we don't go into it. We don't we observe with detachment. We observe with detachment. Thank you, Renee, for that. We observe with detachment. That's how an empath survives being an empath. And being an empath means you feel everybody's pain. So you eventually get that muscle. I used to feel that way. Listen, I still walk in a room and go, "Oh boy." I mean, I could see it. The difference is now I don't take it on. It's the biggest thing I probably ever had to overcome. Okay. Um, and Joe, will you get a job working from home soon? I'm going to say yes because everything goes direct now. These planets now, starting tomorrow, are like whoop. So watch everybody, their life start to really take off. So and again, we had that new moon a couple of nights ago, and it really is about, and it was an Aquarius. It's about manifesting and setting your intentions of what you want to do in the world because Aquarius is about the world. So you want to start thinking like that. Okay, Pam Bellwood would love a card from my brother or your husband. Okay. So let's do one from both. Okay. So we're going to go with your brother first. And he says, I'm just a thought away. Okay. Just know that, Pam. And let's get one for your husband. And he says, oh, bless his heart, you are never alone. You are never alone. And I'd have to say, you are not ever alone. And your birthday was February 1st. Wow. That's a powerhouse day. You just walked right into that year of the tiger. Wow, honey, that's great. Okay, Trisha L. Hello, Kelly. My birthday is 12/5, 1969. Will be a better financial year for you. So 12/5 is a king of clubs, and you so you think like a male, and I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, it will be. Okay. Um, don't ever limit yourself. Okay. Oh, Jeanette Ramirez said, I have a strange dream last night. I have to tell you, Jeanette, I have heard so many wild dreams. I think so many people right now are having all kinds of dreams, unbelievable things. Keep a dream journal because you might have a prophetic dream, you might have a dream of a visitation, you might have a dream where they're trying to tell you something. For instance, you might dream about a tiger. Look up tiger totem, or you might dream about bees, or all, I don't know, all kinds of things. I'm hearing everything. um so Dana Fisher Hendricks. Hi, Kelly. I just opened an online store. Good for you. If you had any insights of how it will go. Well, you came in to have success, honey. I think it's perfect that you did that. Don't you come in for sacrifice, Jack of Hearts, but you also come in with a really strong business sense. I think you're going to do really well with it. I do. I think you really will. Good do. Well, Helen Maher, how do we know who our angels are? I don't know if we ever know who they are other than just know they're there. Just know that they're there. Sometimes when I do readings for people, I'll say, are you wearing a Archangel Michael medallion, or you have something about Oh, I love Archangel Michael. So sometimes that will come through in a reading. Oh, there you go. Amber Lily, I pray to Archangel Michael. There you go. I didn't even see that when I was saying that. I love, 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 love Archangel Michael. He's my favorite. Truly is for protection, and it seems to work well for me. I believe that. I'm going to tell you another thing about Archangel Michael. He steps in to help with when people are new on this mediumship path, or on psychic ability path, or healing. I know that's Raphael, but he does step in to kind of get you on that path. So there's something really powerful about that. Okay. Um, I mean, I could go on and on and on. So, but he was a great dad. And I said your name right there. Oh, thanks, Isabella. Hi, Charlene. You have to ask for their help, Joanne. Yes. Um, oh, and Margaret says that was me, that nutcase. Says shortage of angels. Believe there's no shortage of angels. It's not possible. Um, Melissa, I'm going to answer this one, and then I'm going to talk about one more thing here. Melissa says her birthday is May 26th. Okay, so you're 6 of clubs. My boyfriend passed from fentanyl related overdose in November. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's such a hard one. And his siblings have been having dreams where he was very dismissive of us. Is this a message for all three of us? I don't know what the problem was ahead of time. If he liked his siblings, if he didn't like his siblings, but I'm wondering if that's a projection on their part. Were they upset, still angry at him? Are they angry at him? Because when they're on the other side, they don't come in dismissive or any of that. They're more like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," like that. So it's different than that. To pay attention to more of those dreams, okay? But let me get you a message from them from right here. Oh, this is interesting. I was met by so many loving people. So when somebody passes away from this way, overdose, or any any way, they're never, never, never alone. Okay? Never, never alone. There's always a loved one or loved ones or guides to be there. Okay? They already see it's happening. The call has already gone out to the universe 6 to 8 weeks in advance. They're there. Sorry that your family and you when you went through that. I'm really sorry, Melissa. It's such a hard one. I hear about those things every day. So hard. Okay, so if you would like to join me and James Van Prague and Dr. Shirley Pellizzeri and Geraldine Glass on February 12th, we're having a Zoom event. It's a 4-hour event, and you're going to be able to ask all of us, James, Shirley, me, any type of question that you need, that you want to talk about. We're going to be talking about what it's like to have been, have either lost with COVID or just been in the house with it and not be able to get out much, and have anxiety or depression with it. And we're going to do this healing work with the sound bowls that are really going to be unbelievable. So it's a really fabulous event if you have the time. If you purchase it now, and you can't watch it live, we will send you the link. So I want to make sure everybody knows that, okay? And please join us on Monday because James is back on Monday. He's going to have his show. Oh, Friday night, he's going to be doing his, tomorrow night, he's going to be doing his mediumship, which will be really fun to watch. I'm going to be there to watch. And anyway, it's going to be a fabulous week, Friday night, and then a great show on Monday with Geraldine. And thank you, everybody. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.